Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Singaporean Talks Money. So today I'm going to talk about me regretting not taking profits when the market was at a high and how my investing thesis is going forward. Of course, I'm still holding on to my dollar cost averaging. Otherwise, I'm just holding on for the ride. So this has been in my draft for a while. So I'm not very sure whether it really matches the current context. But I just want to release it as a learning experience, as it was something that I learned from when the markets bottomed and went up and then now down again. So let's get into it. When the market hit bottom due to the war and then had a rather sustained low period, including right now, I was actually thinking why I did not take profits previously. I know that an important aspect of investing is to know when to take profits. I don't have the habit of doing so, as I am not sure where the profits can go to. But in the face of such a volatile market, and knowing that 2022 is going to be a volatile year due to the interest hike and parabolic markets that we saw in 2021, there were quite a few opinions about taking profit first and getting in later. So let's talk about how I felt when the markets bottomed. I guess we all expected 2022 to be a downward market, as 2021 was a huge year for stocks and cryptocurrencies, with stimulus from the government and many working from home, coupled with riding the investing wave and FOMO on Reddit and Twitter. There were many polls on having a lot of profits from investing. But no one expected the war in 2022, which is also causing inflation to accelerate at a rapid pace. For me, I wasn't planning to reposition my portfolio, as I was expecting the interest rate hikes, which to me wasn't going to be until some time into 2022. So when I saw the market nosedive in early 2022, I was pretty shocked, mainly at the value of my portfolio. So there was some disappointment seeing it drop so rapidly, and even right now. But overall, holding most of the blue chips in cryptocurrency does help cushion the drop. And also for my stocks portfolio, Tesla is the largest holding, so of course I did experience quite a fluctuation. So I saw many tweets on how many people had restructured their portfolio to holding more cash or stable coins to buy in when the markets dip further. I was actually also contemplating, as I do have to admit that I am low on cash, as well as not having a huge war chest. And I think having a portion of ammo on the side definitely helps to buy the dip. So let's talk about, do you really need to take profits? So on my side, I was thinking, but if I were to reposition my portfolio and hold more cash or stable coins, there will be another headache for me, which is, when is a good time to start going in again? I haven't really done much lump sum investing, as dollar cost averaging has been the way I do my investing, and dollar cost averaging helps me to eliminate the thinking of when to go in, as I know that I will constantly be buying again next month. With a lump sum, of course you might not be able to get the absolute bottom, but your entry point is also pretty important to ensure that you have significant profits. Of course, I have seen research showing that lump sum investing profits more in the long term, but of course your entry price matters. So I have to admit that I am pretty bummed that I did not cash out some profits, as I see the stock market go lower and lower, and as well as cryptocurrencies. But to be honest, my profits are not huge, and it is quite segregated within different holdings. So it will cost more to liquidate them, to cash in the profits, which are not very substantial. So I will still continue to dollar cost average into my current holdings for months to come. So if I were to maybe have profits in the 5 digits and 6 digits in each counter, would I then consider to take profit for the next, to wait for the next best time to get in, which I think is good, because having a 5 digit or 6 digit profit in a single counter makes it worth it to liquidate it and then to go in again, rather than having a small profit per many counters. But all in all, I think it is great and good practice to be taking profits and to roll it on to other better counters, or just holding it to make sure that you're going in at a better entry price. There were numerous times when I wish I took profits, like when Tesla reached $1,200 and when we had BTC at $60,000. But to be honest, at that moment, I thought it would go higher. So definitely there is no best way, but use the most comfortable strategies for yourself. For me personally, taking profit is not really a priority in my mind, and it is actually what makes and breaks my portfolio. I've held on to losers, learning to cut losses only recently at a loss, but have held on to my winners ever since the beginning. I think taking profit applies to different individuals. As I do dollar cost averaging to my buying, I find it hard to take profit as I contribute a small sum each month to build up my various positions. So liquidating them feels like I'm wasting all my monthly effort. So next, most of the positions I initiate are for the long term, and so taking profit don't seem to be on my mind unless the profits exceed what I can imagine. However, seeing this market dip and the volatility does make me question if I should be so fully invested, as I'm not able to take advantage of the dips besides my monthly buying in. But when I do see significant dips and am unable to initiate a position as I'm fully vested, it does seem like a pity, although this can be also solved by building up a war chest on the side. I guess with limited cash flow, this is what I will face. So definitely it means that an increase of income is the best way forward. I am also trying not to be so involved in looking at prices and thinking so much about it, since I have limited funds and I'm not able to capitalize on every dip. So how I'm doing that is that I'm just moving my apps or my portfolio trackers all the way to the last page of my phone to remove that easy access, but at the same time, just occasionally take a look to ensure that I'm up to date with what's happening. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. Do help me like and subscribe if you enjoy it. Thank you.